Hi everybody, my name is ashleysharum. I am your local Dallas-Fort Worth real estate agent with the Ebby Holiday Richardson office. It is a beautiful Tuesday outside, so I stepped out for a moment while my daughter is taking a nap inside, and I wanted to talk to you about taxes. Tax bills have come out for all of you homeowners out there, and if you've received your tax bill, I'm sure you are scraping your jaw off the floor right now. We received our tax bill notice and our taxes did go up, which means our assessed value went up, and in turn our payment goes up. We're still saving money over renting. I do have to say we're paying less than we were when we were renting years ago, but it kind of hurts to get that new payment amount every year. So if you are in the same situation and you are considering contesting your taxes or fighting your taxes, then I am here to hopefully give you some tips. So take out a pen, jot these down, and hopefully we can get to some savings for you. So first and foremost, let's talk about the assessed value from the county appraisal district. The assessed value is very different than market value. So you may see a very robust market value in your neighborhood, and the assessed value may be a little bit lower or a little bit higher. Hopefully it is much lower. And so keep that in mind, that those are two very different numbers. The numbers that I use on MLS are very different than the county appraisal district. County appraisal districts primarily base their stuff on sales and appraisals. They have no involvement in going into your house to look over the property. They have no idea what the condition is. We'll get to that a little bit later. But just keep that in mind because you're dealing with a totally different entity. So first, we want to talk about what tax savings you might have on your property already. Do you have a homestead exemption? A homestead exemption is something that you file when you first own your property. Hopefully you filed it that first year. If your realtor reached out to you and maybe reminded you to file your homestead, that's great. If you don't know if you've filed your homestead before, reach out to me. I'm happy to check. But it is basically a form that you get on the county website. You fill it out, and I think you send it in with a copy of your driver's license and maybe a copy of your utility bill saying that it is your residence and that you do live there. And that homestead exemption will basically let the county appraisal district know that this is your primary residence. It is not an investment property, that you and your family live there in the home. And there's some tax savings involved with that. So you make sure that you have your homestead exemption on your house. If you do not, it's never too late to go ahead and apply. It's a one-time thing. You simply file your homestead exemption and it's on there for the life of your ownership. So make sure that's done. Number two, you want to, if you have recently purchased your home and you maybe have a sales contract that's a little bit lower than your assessed value, or you have an appraisal report that was done from the appraiser that's maybe a little bit lower, you can use those in your file when you go to contest your taxes. So make sure that you are well equipped with all of the documents that you need. Now, you don't want to use those things if they are a little bit higher than the county assessment, so please don't do that. Make sure that they are lower. But if you do, if they happen to be lower, then absolutely use those in your arsenal. Get all of your documents together before you have your meeting with the county appraisal district, and that's one of the things that you can use. If you need numbers, she's waking up, sorry. If you need numbers, absolutely reach out to your realtor, either the realtor that you used or me, and ask for some comps in the area, because maybe your house is amazing, but maybe your comps there in the neighborhood aren't so great. So feel free to reach out to any realtor that you know, and reach out to me if you need. And I'm happy to run comps, and maybe we'll look at some other structures there in the area. Maybe they're the same square footage or the same floor plan, and hopefully paint a picture that maybe your house isn't the mansion that the county appraisal district thinks it is. That's always an option as well. You want to show that your house isn't quite as valuable as they deem it to be. So another tip to contesting your taxes is take out your phone or take out your camera and go through your house and look for anything detrimental in the house that may need fixing. This could be like foundation movement. Maybe you've had some foundation issues that you just haven't addressed yet because it's going to be, $12,000-$14,000. Maybe you've got a leak that was addressed or needs addressing, some roofing issues. Anything that's detrimental in your house, you want to go ahead and document so that you can show them that the house isn't quite as pristine as they may think it is. Their assessment is purely drive-by, so they don't come into your home, they don't look at and see if you have, golden thrones in your bathrooms or anything like that. Whether you are in tip-top shape or you have mold crawling up the walls, they have no clue. So you want to document everything that's detrimental on the property so that you can take it and contest that value and say, look, it's not nearly as valuable as you think it is. That's a really easy way to do it. So there are, like I said, companies that you can hire to protest your taxes. I would not recommend that because it is a free service. Reach out to your county appraisal district to go ahead and set up an appointment with them. You're going to need to go downtown usually to sit with somebody and protest those taxes. But the worst they can say is no. So you might as well just invest, a few hours during the weekday on that date to see if you can lower your taxes. It's a good homeowner thing to do. So in most counties, your deadline is May 15th. In some counties, your deadline is May 18th. So go ahead and reach out and make sure that you have penciled in that appointment with them so that you have enough time to prepare your case. And like I said, if you need any questions, or if you have any questions, I should say, or you need any comps to support your value, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help. My email is ashleysharum, SHARUM, @ebby.com. Or feel free to comment or message me, and I will be happy to help in any way I can. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you get to some savings. Have a good one.